Work. Everyone's rushing toward a promising, high-paying job. And honestly, that's not a bad desire at all. But if your goal is to get truly rich just by working a job, it's very unlikely to happen. In today's reality, a salary keeps you functional. It doesn't give you freedom. Becoming financially free while living purely on a paycheck is practically impossible. You can earn a lot of money and still live paycheck to paycheck. This is a super common trap. People get their salary and it immediately disappears on credit payments, utilities, daily expenses. By the end of the month, you're broke again, just waiting for the next paycheck because there's almost nothing left. It's hard to break out of this cycle, but it is possible. Look at almost any millionaire or billionaire. Their income doesn't depend on trading time for money. They make money even while they sleep. Take Warren Buffett as an example. He's sleeping right now, yet his wealth keeps growing and flowing into his pocket. We live in a time when you don't necessarily need to build your own business. There are tools available today that let you earn passively without running a company. But it's not as simple as it might seem at first glance. Let me walk you through everything step by step. You know what's the coolest thing about the path to wealth? It's not a lottery or some super business idea. It's your mindset and the habits you build every single day. Right now, I'm going to share the first rule with you, or you could even call it a habit. It's like your personal super shield against poverty. If you do this, money will stop slipping through your fingers like water through a leaky bucket, and it will start accumulating on its own. Why is it important to track your expenses? Imagine you earn $5,000 a month, you think everything is under control, but at the end of the month, bam, you're in the red again. Where did the money go? On $5 coffee 5 times a week, that's $100 a month, $1,200 a year. On impulsive Amazon purchases, another $200 a month. And those subscriptions you forgot about? Netflix, Spotify, some service you haven't opened in 6 months, that's $50 monthly. In total, $5,000 to $7,000 a year vanish unnoticed. This isn't small change, this is your freedom. If you don't track, you're like a ship's captain in the fog. You're sailing, but you have no idea where your money is drifting to. But when you do know, you stop spending on nonsense and redirect it toward things that grow. Investments, skills. Studies show that people who track their spending save 20 to 30% of their income effortlessly. Does this sound familiar? Do you sometimes also think, where did the money go? That's why tracking isn't boring accounting. It's your opportunity for growth. It gives you control, confidence, and peace of mind. Without it, you're simply feeding other people's pockets. Banks, stores, marketers. How to track correctly in a way that's interesting and doesn't take up your time. Here's how it looks step by step. Easy, understandable, and without any tediousness. Step 1, write down yesterday's expenses. Honestly, without embellishment. Coffee to go, $5, lunch at a cafe, $15, taxi to work, $10, service subscription, $12, spontaneous online purchase, $40. Don't scold yourself, don't make excuses, just record it. It's like turning on the light in a dark room. You immediately see where the money is leaking out. Step 2, write down your income for yesterday or for the month, salary, side gigs, refunds, gifts. For example, salary came in $3,800. Now you see both sides, what came in and what went out. This is your financial compass. It shows where you're actually sailing. Step 3, look at 1 or 2 expenses and ask yourself this question. Did I really need this? Or did I buy it to feel better for 5 minutes? Most often the answer will be, I could have done without this. And this is where the magic begins. Just one such thought, and you've already saved $20 to $50 next week. Let's take a simple thing. You notice you buy a $5 coffee every day. In a month, that's $100 to $150. In a year, that's already $1,200 to $1,800. Now imagine that instead of just spending this money, you set aside at least $50 each month and invest it. With an average annual return of 8 to 10%, that $50 starts working for you. In 10 years, that $50 a month will turn into approximately $8,000 to $9,000. In 20 years, already into $30,000 to $35,000. In 30 years, into $80,000 to $100,000 or more. And if you increase your contribution by even $5 to $10 every couple of years, as your salary grows, by retirement, that coffee $50 could easily turn into $200,000 to $500,000. This isn't fantasy. This is the math of compound interest. Every time you say no to an impulsive expense, you're saying yes to your future self. $50 today isn't just $50, it's a seed that in 20 to 30 years will grow into a whole tree of freedom. And to prevent such purchases from leading you astray, there's a simple and very effective rule. The 48 hours before buying rule. Saw a cool thing for $100 to $200? Don't buy it immediately. Write it down in your notes or in your expense journal. I want this. Price, $150. Date, today. and wait exactly 48 hours. During this time, the desire almost always fades. You start thinking, do I really need this? Or did I just see an ad and feel a sudden urge? According to statistics, people later regret or simply don't use 70 to 80% of impulsive purchases. This rule is like a brake before a cliff. It saves your money and gives your brain time to make a conscious decision. Try applying it to your very next purchase, and in a week, you'll be surprised at how much money is left in your pocket. Books are the simplest and most powerful way to grow your income. Just 15 to 20 minutes of reading every day. And it's like you're sitting at the same table with billionaires. Buffett in Essays on Investments, Charlie Munger in Poor Charlie's Almanac, Ray Dalio in Principles, Robert Kiyosaki in Rich Dad. These books cost pennies in digital format or are free at libraries. You literally absorb their minds. They don't tell you work more. They show you how to think about money, how to see opportunities where others see problems. In addition to reading books, you can attend various forums where people speak and participate who have likely already walked your path, and their knowledge will benefit you. Your environment shapes your thinking. If everyone around you is just complaining about prices and dreaming of a raise, you'll think that way too. But when you read books every day and hang out in communities with people whose capital is growing, your brain switches. You stop saying, I have no money, and start asking, where should I direct it? Your decisions become different. After 3 months, you're already thinking differently. After a year, you're living on another level. This doesn't require money, doesn't require leaving the house, and doesn't require building a business. You only need 20 to 30 minutes a day. Try it today. Open one book and read. Think about it. Books are communication with the people who wrote them. If you're reading Warren Buffett's books, it's the same as talking with him one-on-one. It's about getting your brain to start working like those who succeed. Quietly, imperceptibly, but very effectively. Now for the most interesting part, where exactly to direct your finances so they truly start working for you. I'm not going to burden you with complex schemes or secret ideas. Everything is simple and time-tested. First, set aside a portion of your income for growth, about 20%. This is money you don't spend today but send to the future. Where exactly? The most reliable and simple path is diversified portfolios of broad market stocks. You get a share in hundreds or thousands of companies simultaneously. The average return on such investments over recent decades is about 10% per year before inflation. After inflation, 6 to 7%. This isn't a lottery, and it's statistics. You can also add a little here for skill development, a course or training that increases your value in the job market. One such step can increase your income by thousands of dollars a year. This often works better than many financial instruments. Next, a portion for stability, about 10%. This is your safety cushion. Add up your mandatory monthly expenses, rent, food, transportation, minimum debt payments. Multiply by 5 or 6, that's the goal. If your bare essentials come to $3,000 a month, you need a cushion of $15,000 to $18,000. Keep this money in instruments with high liquidity and minimal risk. Currently, such options yield 4 to 5% per annum. This isn't for quick growth, it's for protection. When the market drops and you urgently need money for repairs or health, you aren't forced to sell assets at a loss. You take from the cushion, and immediately after, you replenish it, like a loan to yourself. The rest, about 60%, goes towards real life. The main trap here is lifestyle inflation along with your income. You get a $500 raise, and immediately a new apartment, a new car, more restaurants. Income grew, but savings stayed the same. To avoid this, keep your core expenses within 60%. Housing, no more than 30% of income. Car, better a reliable used one for $10,000 to $15,000 than a new one on credit for $40,000. Food, utilities, insurance, all within limits. If it exceeds that, it means you have bloated spending somewhere. Cut back, and the freed up money goes into growth and stability. That's why I put the 20% and 10% at the beginning, because from the very start, you need to allocate money towards your security and only then spend on the rest. And finally, about 10% for enjoyment. This isn't a reward, it's fuel to keep the system from breaking down. A separate account, guilt-free spending, dinner with friends, a concert, a weekend out of town. When you know that 10% is your joy zone, you stop compensating for stress with impulsive purchases. Why this makes you rich no matter what if you don't quit. Because it's not about luck. It's about daily actions plus compound interest. Let's say you earn $4,000 a month. You allocate $800 for growth. You invest in a diversified stock portfolio with an average return of 8% per year. In 25 years, about $700,000 to $800,000. If this video helped you in any way, please hit the like button. It really supports the channel. And if you like our videos, subscribe.